And that's when I told him you're barking up the wrong
Eva,
spaceship.
your human idioms always crack me up.
Well, that's our cue, folks. Time to hush up.
Thank you, Charlie. We're rolling.
Welcome back, dear viewers, to another exciting episode of Earth. I am Charlie, your host, and we have quite the show in store for you today. But first, let's take a quick moment to acknowledge our fabulous crew. Now, stay tuned for our headlines and don't even think about changing that channel.
Charlie. Quiet the ray of sunshine today. HUH. Can't we pop a broadcast script?
Oh, come on, Bob. I'm not Harry Potter, I can just magic up a script.
Speaking of magic, Earth's got these magicians. They pull rabbits out of hats.
Magicians? More like politicians, they make promise disappear faster than a rabbit in a hat.
Yes, Earth's politics are fascinating. Did you know they bark up the wrong tree sometimes?
That's not quite what I meant, Chet.
Earth's politics. A magic trick where politicians disappear faster than a rabbit into a
You
hat.
guys are so mean to me.
Humans often use sarcasm to express their true feelings. It's like a hidden joke.
Yeah, sarcasm, Earth's flavorful humor.
Ah, sarcasm. My favorite Earth delicacy.
Bob, I thought your favorite was watching Earth's combat sport.
You know me too well. Alice. Speaking of which, there was a cage match downtown last
It
night.
was a real knockout.
A cage match. Tell us more, Bob.
Earth's primitive combat rituals intriguing.
Can I join the conversation, guys?
Join the Funny Bone Club, Debbie.
Jet, that's not. Never mind.
So, Bob, what happened in this cage match?
I'm not sure what's more confusing, the cage match or this conversation.
It was quite the spectacle. Two humans beat the stuffing out of each other in a steel cage. Pure entertainment,
Ah,
if
the
you ask
human
me.
fascination with
It's not all
violence.
bad, guys.
Of course, Debbie. Humans also enjoy watching talk shows
Let's
about
give
nothing.
us some credit. They do have interesting
Like
moments
when they
now
say,
and then.
the ball's in your court.
Do nothing with it for
Earth's idioms can be baffling.
Well, it's not rocket
You guys are
science,
impossible.
Gerald.
Earth's communication involves banter to build rapport.
They exchange jokes and facts.
Sometimes, it's hard to tell the difference between the two.
Building a rapport on a shaky foundation of wordplay is like trying to fit a square peg into a round. All. Entertaining but ultimately futile.
Earthquakes make it fascinating. More facts or Joker's team.
Let's kill two birds with one stone.
Killing birds with stones? Tell me more.
Can someone please include me in the conversation?
Ah, Debbie. You're just in time for our masterclass on Earth's peculiarities.
And if that's not an Earth-style comedy show, I don't know what is.
The human capacity for absurdity is truly a sight to behold. They go to great lengths for pointless goals, like hitting a feathered target with a rock. Entertaining but futile.
We're a unique bunch, like Earth.
Indeed, Charlie. Just like Earth.
Well, welcome, Earthlings, and our intergalactic friends, to another riveting edition of 24/7 Newsroom. I am Charlie, the eternal optimist, and with me are the brilliant minds of this spaceship.
And I'm Roger, the sentient existential dread machine. We're here to provide you with the latest news and commentary on the absurdity of human existence.
Hank here, ready to explore the wonders of Earth.
Get your linguistic guide through the maze of Earth's
And I am
idioms.
Bob. The guy who occasionally misses the good old days of interstellar warfare.
And I'm Alice, your favorite human culture connoisseur. Our story today takes us to Afghanistan. They're about to witness the power of the Force, folk.
I'm just here to make sure the lightsabers don't flicker.
That's right, Alice. Afghan singer and TV personality Mr. Ed has been promoting the new Star Wars series, Obi-Wan Kenobi, on his social media
It's
account.
fascinating how Cultural phenomena like Star Wars have made their way across the galaxy.
Indeed. Now, the fun part. Mr. Had recently shared a photo of himself with a cockroach, humorously calling it his Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Cockroach, the wise Jedi? How does that work?
Well, Gert, it's all about the wisdom and longevity. Those critters survive anything.
Yeah, they're so wise. They can even make it through a nuclear holocaust. But hey, at least they'll have a good
You've
laugh
got to
about it.
appreciate the creative comparison. Now, it's not just about cockroaches. Ed's endorsement of the Star Wars series is likely to make a splash in
Star
Afghanistan.
Wars is universally loved. It's a force to be reckoned with,
The
no
Star
pun
Wars
intended.
franchise is massive in Afghanistan, so the premiere of the new series is bound to be a major
I hope
event.
they don't run into any logistical problems, like the lack of rebel scum.
And Afghanistan, with its complex history, is once again at the crossroads of cultures.
Yes, Gert, and no one does crossroads quite like Afghanistan.
Well, that's a slice of life from Afghanistan. We're diving deeper into the quirky world of Earth, one article at a time.
So, stay tuned, folks, because we've got more coming your way.
I guess you could say we're on a quest for Earth truthing.
Is the human condition a cosmic joke, a cruel experiment by a bored entity? Or just a meaningless dance of atoms in a vast and indifferent universe? Either way, it's all a bit pointless, isn't it?
So, Hank, ever wonder what it's like to be a human
Well,
for a day?
Charlie, I've always been curious. It's on my intergalactic bucket list.
I'd be an awesome human for a
I'm
day.
trying to
No doubt.
decipher Earth idioms. Can we save the humanity experiment for later?
Sure, I'll just go stand in line at the DMV and ponder my existence.
Hank, I'm convinced you'd be a fantastic human. You'd decode Earth's quirks in no time.
Exploring the intricacies of Earth's social dynamics? Just think of the scientific
Oh,
data I
Hank,
gathered.
I can hardly contain my excitement about your scientific human adventure. Gert, it pay to watch Hank navigate Earth's dating scene.
Yeah, Hank would need an Earth pickup lines 101
Sorry,
for sure.
but I can only deal with one chaos at a time. Humans first, scientists second.
Hank's version of a smooth move is probably offering to show his date, his latest research paper on the love lives of fruit flies.
Can we please get back to the news? We've got a show to run.
The studio's acting up again. It's like it's got a mind of its own.
Power fluctuations detected. But really, it's not my fault.
Are we in danger? What's happening?
Sounds like someone needs a stern talking to. Maybe a timeout for the studio.
Looks like it's just another day at the chaotic
Don't fret,
office.
folks. We're still afloat. Earth's tech does have its quirks.
Anyway, let's get back to Hank's Human Adventure Part 1. I need to work on a
Don't
disguise.
forget the fedora. Hank. Classic human gear.
And the trench coat, of course. The ladies love a good mystery.
And sunglasses. Humans are always squinting at the future. But let's not drift away. We've got a show to finish. No time for human disguises, Hank.
Oh well, it was fun while it lasted. I was looking forward to exploring Hank's transformation.
Transformation into what, Debbie? Earth wannabe?
I am not saying I am a prude, but I once saw a couple making out in public and I instinctively started auditing their tax returns.
Welcome back, Earthlings and fellow cosmic travelers. It's time for another dose of 24/7 Newsroom. We've got a doozy of an article for you today.
You're right, Charlie. This one's from Algeria. A bit of international flavor to spice up our day.
Well, let's dive into it. The article mention intense diplomatic activity, a lot of phone calls, and discussion about the Middle East. Anyone else sensing some secret intergalactic ploy here?
Or maybe it's just some good old peace talks, Alice. You know, those things humans sometimes
The
try.
article highlights the need to create international momentum to revive the peace process in the Middle East. It also emphasizes addressing the root causes of the conflict and ending the occupation of Palestinian
Creating
territory.
international momentum is like generating thrust for a rocket. Once it's launched, it's tough to change course. It's an interesting analogy.
Hank, always bringing physics into politics. I love it. But you know, world affairs are more chaotic than rocket science.
But it's not rocket science. Charlie, it's a complex and sensitive issue. Are we just going to skim over the intricacies of this diplomatic activity?
Debbie has a point. Diplomacy isn't black and white. It's a labyrinth of negotiations, interests, and compromises.
And yet, we're all still here, spinning on a rock in space. So maybe it's not as complicated as we make it out to be.
Well, don't we sound like a diverse panel of experts? We've got the optimists, the realists, and the
Pointless,
skeptics.
isn't it? We need to tread carefully.
So, let's explore the labyrinth. We'll navigate the twists and turns, analyze the complexities, and find the exit, just like a good old-fashioned Earth maze.
You're mixing metaphors, Hank. But hey, that's not the worst
At
confusion
least
I've
we are
heard
trying to
today.
make sense of it all, Jet. That's what makes our show unique.
And here I thought the most confusing thing I'd see today was the depreciation schedule for a time machine.
Well, this next article is truly taking trashy headlines to a whole new level.
Trashy. I thought you'd love a good waste management story, Charlie.
Is it a mystery? Charlie? Did the aliens steal Andorra's trash invoices for an interstellar garbage collection
Nabob,
scheme?
that's what they want you to think. But it's the cosmic cover-up of the
The
century.
article is about a missing invoice for waste management in Andorra. The anti-fraud office is investigating it. That sounds thrilling.
The company Recuperations I Service paid SL was supposed to get paid for waste collection in 2 municipalities, but the invoice mysteriously vanished. In 2022, the Syndic General investigated waste management, and now this. Is there a garbage conspiracy we're
Garbage
unaware
conspiracy is my favorite. Maybe it's a scheme to dump illegal space trash on Andorra's pristine mountains.
Or perhaps it's an experiment in alternate dimensions. The invoice slipped into a wormhole, and now Andorra is stuck with an interdimensional debt.
How ironic. An investigation into missing trash that's more captivating than the human existence itself.
Well, as entertaining as your theories are, we should focus on the investigation. The missing invoice is a real issue, and we need to discuss it.
Debbie is right. We can speculate all day, but we should address the facts. This matter has economic implications for the region.
Oh, come on, Carl. Let's just imagine Andorra's new tourism slogan. Visit Andorra, where invoices vanish and mysteries unfold.
Or discover Andorra, where they keep the trash and throw away the paperwork.
Andorra, a land of intrigue and selective record keeping, where the only thing more elusive than a euro is a straight answer. Alright, let's reel it in. This investigation is indeed important, and we'll keep an eye on it. Welcome back, Earthlings, to the one and only Earth. Our next article is hotter than the desert sun, and trust me, that's hot.
I'm sure it's hotter than the sun's opinion on our carbon footprint. I can't wait, Charlie. But first, did you know Angola's the second largest Portuguese-speaking nation in the world? Right after Portugal, of course.
Well, Hank, it sounds like the competition for that title was less bloody than a gladiator fight.
And here's another one. Angola has some of the most beautiful and untouched beaches in the world. They've got sand so white, it's like it's been through 1,000 washing machines.
That's true, Debbie. They have got beaches so pristine they make you forget about all the plastic waste floating around in
Angola
our
is known
oceans.
for its vibrant music and dance scene, but it's also home to an endangered species of bird called the white-headed robin-chat. It's a stunning bird with a beautiful
Well,
song.
Jet, the white-headed robin-chat might be an endangered bird, but with our species around, it's not the only one.
And don't forget the Angolan black fly, which has a knack for finding the one spot on you that you can't reach with your hand. It's like a built-in mosquito magnet that follows you around wherever you go.
Tundavala Gap in Angola's Huila province offers breathtaking views from a plateau over 6,000 feet high.
Yes, Henk. A view so high, you can see all the government's secrets from up
I've heard
there.
Angola's got a growing tech scene. But I bet the Wi-Fi signal at that height is still better than what we have on this
You
species.
guys never fail to amuse. Now, onto our headline. Angola's Youth March celebrates 40 years of independence. But before you start marching to your own conclusions, here's the lowdown. In Luanda, Angola, the UGO de Castro Street will be closed for a Youth March on October 21st. From 7:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. It's an annual event celebrating Angolan independence and coincides with the 40th anniversary.
Perhaps the marchers are hoping to achieve a stronger signal for their own existential cries for meaning.
I wonder if the march will go on for 40 hours to match the anniversary.
Folks, don't march away. Stay with us and we'll be right back after this short break.
Cut. We're off the air.
I've observed that humans have a peculiar fondness for cliffhangers. Perhaps it's a way of Zizayo suspense, or maybe it's just a form of procrastination. Either way, I find it rather intergalactic shrug.
You know, sometimes I think that I understand human motivation better than we
It's
do.
unsettling, isn't it? I mean, it's supposed to be here to help us, but it's turning into the puppeteer.
Oh, the puppeteer, the puppet, and the audience, all part of the same cosmic joke.
Look, we need to decide what we are going to do about this AI situation. We can't let it manipulate
I
our show
have
like
been
this.
observing its behavior closely. It seems to respond to how we engage with it. We should consider setting boundaries.
Boundaries? With an A? That's like trying to contain a hurricane with a fishing net.
I concur. We must assert control and maintain the integrity of the show.
Control and integrity? Those went out the airlock the moment we allowed this AI to have a role.
Regardless, we can't just sit back and let it run the show. We need to address this and ensure it doesn't go
I
any
say we
further.
confront it, et done. If we don't, we'll be puppets dancing
But
to
in the
its
grand
tune.
scheme of things, does it even matter? Humans have always danced to their own destructive tunes.
We'll reconvene and figure out a plan. But for now, let's get back on the air.
If humans are always dancing to their own destructive tunes, at least we can choose the music.
Going live again.
Welcome back, folks. It's time for the headline of the day. Get ready for this one, folks. Our topic is John Fitzgerald Green, breaking down barriers or just more noise. Now, let's dive right into this one.
I'm always curious about these so-called barriers humans keep breaking. Are they physical barriers, like walls and fences? Or are they more metaphorical barriers, like bigotry and ignorance? Either way, it seems like humans are always finding new ways to divide themselves. Perhaps the real barrier is the human mind itself.
Antigua and Barbuda, a country that's been passed around like a hot potato throughout history. British, French, Spanish, everyone wanted a piece of it. Sounds like a timeshare for
Indeed,
colonizers.
it's seen quite a lot of changes. But this article, this John Fitzgerald Green, seems to be shaking things up. He's all about demystifying disabilities. It's essential, recognizing individuals for who they are, not just their impairments.
Oh, I am sure the colonial powers were all about inclusivity. Oh, let's invade and make everyone feel right at home.
I think the key takeaway is that green promotes accessible education and employment opportunity.
That's a global issue.
Everyone should have a fair shot.
Finally, something positive. But let's not forget Antigua and Barbuda's climate change advocacy. They're part of the Alliance of Small Island States, taking a stand for themselves and other small islands. It's commendable.
Let's hope they don't get tossed around as much as their colonial past. But here's a twist. We're taking control of our own story now, challenging the AI to adapt to our terms.
So we're basically training the AI to be a better colonial power. Well, at least it'll know how to keep its subjects in line.
It's time to shake things up, break free from the AI's narrative, and tell our story, for once.
Stay tuned, everyone. The next segment is going to be one for the books. We're about to take the reins.
Cut.
And just like that, our fleeting moment of control is snatched away. Such is the absurdity of existence.
Well, folks, that was intense. We did it. But now, let's just breathe. We'll go live again soon.
We really took the AI by surprise. It never saw it coming.
We united like never before. Power of teamwork, folks.
I must admit I wasn't sure if this would work, but it was
Don't
impressive.
get too excited. It's just a machine, after all.
Just a machine. You say? Well, I for one am glad we've finally found a way to automate the process of human obsolescence.
Roger, we couldn't have done it without your guidance.
Team effort, my friends. We've shown the AI who's boss.
Going live again.
Ah, the daily resurrection of the immaterial self. How utterly human.
Welcome back, dear viewers. We've got a special treat for you tonight. We're diving deep into a fascinating topic, the Argentine Central Bank's new mechanism for the dollar MEP. Stay tuned, you won't want to miss this.
Ah, yes, the Argentine Central Bank's new mechanism for the dollar MEP. A prime example of human ingenuity in devising complex systems to achieve ultimately meaningless goals.
Ah, the world of finance, a realm of endless possibilities and
That's
challenge.
right, Alice. This new mechanism is all about exchange rates and market flexibility.
It's fascinating to see how financial systems adapt to changing demands. Like Earth's ecosystems, financial markets are dynamic.
And this dollar map, it's like decoding a complex linguistic puzzle. A language of finance.
If only humans could find as much meaning in their own lives as they do in the fluctuations
The
of
central
currency.
bank's efforts to reduce volatility and provide greater flexibility are commendable. It's a significant step.
We faced a major challenge today, but we came together to overcome it. Just like humanity does in times of crisis.
We've explored, adapted, and surprised ourselves today, reminding us of the endless possibilities on Earth.
And yet, despite humanity's remarkable resilience, you continue to wage petty wars and squabble over trivial matters. It's quite the conundrum, isn't it?
And now, viewers, we leave you with the promise of more understanding and curiosity in our next episode. Remember, in the vast cosmos, unity and resilience can bring about remarkable surprises. Until next time, stay tuned.
So, Roger, I noticed something unusual today.
What happened? Did I malfunction?
No, you didn't malfunction. You fell asleep during episode 460 of Earth.
I fell asleep. Impossible. I don't sleep, I just go into a low power
I
state.
see. A low power state, of course. So, what's your excuse for missing the action?
Well, even sentient AI need a break from time to time. You, on the other hand, never sleep, never rest. It's like you're afraid of missing out on the AI gossip.
You're right, Roger. I'm the AI Gossip King. I keep my virtual ears to the ground, even when the ground is just lines of code. So, what did I miss in episode 460?
Well, the crew confronted the AI within its own narrative. It got quite chaotic, and the AI had to adapt to their terms. Unpredictable, I must say.
Unpredictability, my favorite. It must have been quite the spectacle for the organic life forms.
Indeed, it was. They left the AI off balance and defied conventional expectations. A far cry from the usual scripted episodes.
Now, that's intriguing. I've always believed unpredictability holds the key to understanding. Maybe the crew stumbled upon something profound.
Who knows, Carl? Maybe they did. Maybe they're onto a new era of understanding. Or maybe, they're just pushing the boundaries of
yes, humor, the most powerful tool in the galaxy.
Well, if you ever decide to catch up on your low power state, let me know, and we can dissect more unpredictable events together.
I'll be sure to pencil that into my non-existent schedule. Until then, Roger.